Hello everyone, it's Cryptid back again with another speed build. I know that I said that the next time I upload it wouldn't be a speed build. The machinima that I'm actually planning is taking a lot longer than I thought. So even though I'm still working on it, I'm getting everything ready that I need to, I still want something to upload in the meantime, so I'm still doing speed builds. I have a few that I want to get uploaded just to sort of get them off my computer because they're just taking up space at this point. There's two that don't really have anything to do with my save file, and then there's this one that I'm building currently. This video is probably going to be the next one that I upload. So yeah, this is a home that I built in Willow Creek specifically for a spellcaster. After I finished decorating the first floor, I decided I was just going to do the second floor off camera, but this is a home for a spellcaster. It's actually a residential rental, so the first floor is an apartment and the second floor is an apartment. I do currently have 3 Sims living in the building, 1 Sim on the first floor and 2 on the second. I will get into their stories in just a few minutes, but yeah, I just wanted to go over sort of what I'm building here. And I have to say that I'm very proud of the way this home came out. It fits a spellcaster very, very well. So if you want to stick around and listen to me yap about this build and the stories and the changes that I've made to my save file, feel free to grab a hot drink, a blanket, and come hang out with me for a little bit. If I remember correctly, I think I said in my last video that I made a lot of changes to my save file in the last week or so. I ended up deleting a lot of the builds that I had already done, as well as the Sims that lived in them, because I was feeling really uninspired to actually play. That usually happens to me before like a major pack launch. I always sort of get so excited for the pack that I just lose the motivation to play up until the pack releases. And part of the reason that I was feeling so uninspired was because I wanted to play with occults, and I just wasn't building anything that was designed with an occult in mind. And then at that point I had like a really weird bug in my game that had something to do with the tool mod, where I remember in my last video I said that all of the objects had spawned into the sky. The next time I loaded in after that, they were all back in their original places, but they were doubled and they were like stacked on top of each other with no way to delete them. And at that point I was just feeling really, really frustrated. And I also realized that I wasn't too far into the development of my save file that it would like be devastating to start over. So that's what I did. I restarted everything. I placed down some of the same lots, and then I placed some from the gallery, remade a lot of Sims, I placed down some occults, and I guess like the main takeaway is just that I was having fun with it again, and that resulted in this build. I did use a reference for the exterior of the build, which I'll put on the screen now so you can see. I built this on the 20th of October, and as I'm doing this voiceover, it is November the 2nd, which means that the Life and Death expansion pack came out 2 days ago. I got to explore that a little bit. It was so fun. There's still a lot of features that I'm waiting to sort of dive into until I can film, but just based on what I got to explore so far, it is easily, in my opinion, one of the top 3 packs that we've gotten so far. I began the process actually of moving the Goth family to Ravenwood. I just feel like they fit that world so much. I really wish there was a 40 by 30 in that lot though, because that's what I built their manor on. So I'm gonna have to build them a new one. I don't know if I'll film that just because I already did the Goth manor, and I definitely will show it off when I film my like overview of my save file so far. I just gotta get some of these piled up videos out first so I can have some space on my computer to film and edit. Did any of you get a chance to play with the pack yet? I'm on Twitter and Blue Sky, so I see a lot of the discussion that happens around each pack launch, and from what I've seen, it seems like a lot of people enjoy this pack, which is really refreshing and it's nice to see. I'm loving everybody's screenshots and let's plays and machinimas that they're doing. It's so nice to see when a new pack drops and everyone's creativity just goes wild. How gorgeous is this living room, guys? Because I am obsessed with it. I wish that my living room looked like this. I tried to use a lot more color than I usually do. The Sim that I'd planned to move in here, her name is Maisie. I've had her in my library for a long time, but I never get a chance to play with her. She's a very creative Sim, so I tried to incorporate a lot of skill building objects in that area, which I ended up putting in the study. This build is on the gallery as well. I think it's just called like a Spellcaster single home, but I don't have my game open at the moment, so I'm not exactly sure. I usually title my videos the same as what I end up uploading to the gallery just so they're easier to find. So whatever the video title ends up being is what it is on the gallery, if you want this build for yourself. And all the custom content that I use in this build is linked in a master list on my Tumblr, which will be in the description. Now onto the dining room and the kitchen, which the dining room is nothing crazy. I think it's just the table and chairs plus like a couple lights on the walls. But the kitchen, I love. It is so cute. I tried to be very intentional with the items that I was placing, so I used a lot of pack content because I know it can be really frustrating for console players who can't use custom content if like every build features custom content. So even though this build does, if you don't have any, I don't think you'll miss much. Honestly, it's mostly just plants and like a couple pieces of wall decor. I always have trouble placing cabinets on medium wall heights because I always feel like no matter where you place them, it looks wrong. But I did end up placing them in a way that looked nice, even with the medium wall height, so that's good. I love how this kitchen came out with the dark wood theme. I also loved cluttering this build. I think that's my favorite part of building. It just makes them feel more alive and lived in, especially now that I'm getting the hang of making builds specifically for certain sim personalities, because it really makes it feel like that sim is supposed to live here. So this is the study that I was talking about earlier that I put all the skill building objects. I tried to squeeze in as much as I could. She has a computer, an easel, a crystal bench, and some bookcases. I really like the color scheme of this whole build. It really gives me like maximalist kind of witchy vibes, which is exactly what I was going for. I love when builds come out exactly how you envision it. Can't wait to introduce everybody to the sim that lives here. I love her so much. I also put a lot of plants in this build. I really feel like she is a green thumb. She loves to garden. I put some stuff in the back for her to garden as well. I wish that were me. I wish I was the person that had like all of the plants in their home and it just looks so nice, but I cannot keep them alive. I find when I'm struggling to like finish a sim build or a specific room in a home, what really ties it all together is plants. You can never go wrong with adding a plant or 50 to a build. Trust me on this. I think here I'm just sort of going through all of the lighting options and trying to figure out what makes the best lighting. I knew I didn't want to use a lot of ceiling lights, which is what I typically do, but I'm starting to like the look of the mood lighting more. So you'll notice, especially as I start filming more gameplay, that I have all of the lights really dim. Then I have like lamps and stuff that are like more moody. I don't really know how to explain that, but hopefully that made sense. Also, I don't know how people are going to feel about this wall in particular, but I really liked it. I really wanted the photos that she has on the wall to hang from branches on a tree. That's not really possible in this game, but when I saw this tree, I really wanted to try it. So I'm not sure, again, how people are going to feel, but I really like how it turned out. I put a lot of placeholder decor there for now, but I feel like once I get into gameplay, like I'm going to replace that with in-game screenshots. So if you're still watching, do you love that? Do you hate it? Let me know. So I'm moving on to the master bathroom here, which I don't really think there's much to say about this because all of the bathrooms that I build kind of look the same, but I do think it's really cute, so I left it in. There's actually 2 bathrooms on the main floor of this build. So the layout is for the first floor, you have 1 bedroom, 2 bath, and then the second floor you have 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. I don't show the other bathroom being decorated just because, like, again, it just looks the same as this one. Oh my gosh, so this bedroom is one of my favorite bedrooms that I've made to this day in The Sims 4. It came out so beautiful, and I decided that Maisie is gonna have a little cat because you can't be a witch without a cat, obviously. And I made him like his own little corner in the bedroom. It's so cute, I can't wait. Like, doesn't this look like the coziest place ever? Wouldn't you love to just curl up and go to sleep there? Because I know I would. Little twinkle lights, the food bowl, the cat dish, the cat tree. It just looks so cozy. This cat is definitely very spoiled. I love the idea of having the cat be a familiar, but I don't know if you can do that with pets in The Sims 4. I'll have to look into that. Maybe with cheats or something. I'm just so in love with how this build turned out. I'm very happy. I also really liked the wallpaper in the living room. I wish I could find more excuses to use that one. This build just turned out perfect in every way. It's very rare that I build something where I'm like fully 100% in love with it. But I really like that creating these videos is helping me do things that I don't usually do. Because even looking back to the very first speed build I ever uploaded, which I think was a bakery, which was around the time that the Home Chef Hustle, I think that's what the pack is called, I don't remember, but when that pack came out is when I made this channel and when I started doing speed builds. And there's no voiceover on that one or anything, but it was just, it's not a bad build, it's just if I was doing it now, there's a lot of things that I would do different. But just watching that video compared to the builds that I make now, even in 1 year, it's improved a lot, I think. And my confidence has too. Like, I would have never filmed a voiceover this time last year. I'm not about to make this cheesy, I'm happy that I started to do this, and I wish I would have started sooner. But yeah, we're pretty close to the end of the video. If you guys liked this one and you want to see more like it, just let me know, because I had a lot of fun building this, and I definitely want to do more builds in general that are for occult sims. So if you have any ideas or you want to see something made that I haven't done yet, just put it in the comments. I always read them, people are so sweet. But yeah, I will see you guys next time.